Okay? You're like,
I know. This is really not my style, but this is the only thing I could fit my baby in because it's so cold in the morning. We had to cut her really short, and I went in with a yogi, came out with a chihuahua. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't find clothes that fits her on Amazon. We returned it 3 times, so we have suggestion to go to Ross. So she is now flawless with a pink tutu. But anyways, we'll get there. Please grow your hair out, babe. And then Dorothy's gonna hold her for the rest of the day.
Yeah, there you go.
So we have my friend here experiencing our
peanut head.
peanut head. Peanut's here. I've seen Peanut in what, 6 months?
About 6 months.
6 months, right?
Yeah.
Keep tap on you guys.
Hey.
Hey,
and my plants are still alive.
And your plants are still alive. Thank God we're on podcast. Don't tell me they're dead.
They're
Bad
alive.
PR. Peanut is our local friend that he pops in and I always catch me on hand. I don't know how he does that. You
I
know,
planted.
I'm only here 2 days a week, so he always catches me. My name is Jamie Fang, the youngest of the Fang. We're at Norman Circus, hosted here. You can catch our podcast at YouTube under Norman Circus. Okay, so today it's been a really, really odd day for me.
Norman says hi.
Norman says hi? My brother Norman? Oh, hi Norman. Woo, that was quick. Anyways, I woke up really pissed this morning and really upset. The thing is, I really, 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 really would appreciate people stop PMing me for the website questions, you know? Because I have no control to this computer system. I cannot log on to see where your shipment is. I cannot log on to see when it's going to pull. I have 5 board directors I'm doing, plus a housewife, and plus Hannah's mother. So I have a lot on my plate. And lately it's been overbearing, and I usually take a lot of stress. Norman is feeling the same stress today, and we're bashing each other. I think Norman just got a PM about people that want to pay for wire, you know, shipping for $15.99, which is out of my control. When we ship things, we actually eat freight. We lose money on the freight. So I understand. So if you don't want to pay shipping so high, maybe wait till later, buy a Mega Thrive or something that'll kind of even out your freight. Today, again, I almost didn't want to do any more podcasts. That's how upset I was. I wanted to just not do anything for this podcast. I think people are starting to take advantage of me and Norman's, our generosity. I think PM us, you know, like Dorothy, I love to talk to you, call me, you know, do all that stuff with me. But shipment wise, dude, don't stop it. I figured out a way. I decided that if that's going to happen, people is going to say I have no customer service. I am just going to block you on my PM so that I'll have no more problem. Call me if you have a problem with your plan or whatever. We're friends, you know. There's a lot of you that I love to talk to almost every day. There's some that, good morning, sis. Good night, sis. That's all cool. But anyways, I don't want to lecture people, but you can tell I'm really, really stressed out with this. It's kind of invading my private time a lot, and it's stressing me out. My husband knows I've been under a lot of stress. You know, 2 new tenants and 2 crazy neighbors downstairs calling me. They're too loud. Anyways, so a lot of people want me to explain the jumpers, how I get to the jumpers, how I pick the jumpers, and how I have to beg for the jumpers for you guys. Peanuts, you don't know jumpers. Jumpers are usually what I started taking home for myself, and obviously I take the best, right? I'm not going to take a crappy plant, you know? So eventually I take too much. Then people started saying, hey, why don't you pick jumpers for me? You know, but you're lucky, you get to come in. We have a lot of friends, are either in Idaho, Alaska, everywhere in the States. So now we call it Jumper for You. So what I do is, behind us, we already started some jumper for this week. Every Sunday it starts at 10 o'clock. Every 5 minutes a plant will show up, popped up on Facebook. There's a group of friends that loves jumpers, will sit in front of it, however long it is. They have 5 minutes to buy a plant. So any first person writes sold is theirs. Okay, so that's how it works. And when the jumpers are not just, you know, the typical stuff you could just buy online or Trader Joe's or stuff. It's actually stuff that I go through the bench and steal from Norman,
He's listening.
He's listening? Okay.
Oh no.
Remember Brian, he and I were wrestling with one plant the other day? He got us on picture, but I don't think you saw us with our two hands wrestling the plant. I won, of course. So I would pick up plants like this. You know, this has 2 plants in it. This is part of my jumper, so I'm just going to explain why I pick these things. And I would make sure the root system's good, because I'm not going to have you buy something a little on a higher end price and then have it die, of course. And I pick something that's fragrant, right? Since it's been so hot in California, it's very hard to get a blue to be blue. They're actually all bleached out. So for this blue to be so strong, it's got good potential. When it's in the cooler area, it'll get darker. Again, I picked up stuff like this. There's 2 plants in there, but look what I got. 2 different colors. Right?
Yes.
For what? I don't know why I guess sometimes when the plants are small, we put 2 together to help anchor each other, to help each other grow. And then we don't, once they start flowering, we don't have the heart to separate them. So I'm going to start picking jumpers like this that has 2 plants. So you got 1 plant, but you have actually 2 different plants. 2 the same seedling, but different color. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that fragrant, that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
These are not on the jumper yet. Maybe we could jump to your house before I put it on the jumper.
Maybe.
So then I pick plants.
Mine.
Peanuts.
What do you expect from a peanut head?
Peanut head. I'm not being rude. That's what he called himself. Okay?
That's when she started it.
No, I did not. Wait. What was your business called? Peanut? So then every jumper. Sit down, Peanut. That's my husband.
Oh, your husband?
Yeah.
Oh,
My husband.
fantastic.
My husband today is. Oh, I'm sorry. Today, Roger Lee is the director, cameraman, and everything. Our buddy Jeff, how dare you, is on vacation. He's our director. He is shooting pictures of buffalo out in Colorado, and I know you're listening. We missed you. We hope you have a good time with Nikki out there. Be safe. You know, pay for the steak. Don't go shooting after a buffalo. We missed you. We hope we could do you right, because this is the first time Roger's running the directorship. Anyway, so when I picked the jumpers, obviously this is some of the new breakthrough that Norman is not willing to share, but I win. I'm already showing, so it's going to jumpers. And root system, of course. And then jumper doesn't just happen. Jumper takes a lot of my time, a lot of work. And I do it because I really enjoy going through the benches, finding the new stuff, right? Because Norman would love to keep everything, but I'm the one who's paying the bill. I understand we need to move some stuff. So every time I pick a jumper, they come like this. It needs to be clean, needs to be spiked, needs to be named. Well, sometimes we have special code. So when people try to go through our bench, they wouldn't know what was the breeding of it to accomplish this. So that's a lot of time we keep that pretty private. You know, you could try to make this, but we don't offer the parentage, so you can't try to copy, even though you'll be 3 or 4 years behind. But we have this special code, which we go into our book, and then we figure it out, pull it out. That's when everything has to be ID, everything has to be tagged, all the hybrids need to be printed. But even I can't sell this because I'm too lazy to go pull up the tag, do all that, and I go, Norman, give me a name. So Norman gives me a name. So the process is going through the whole greenhouse, pick the plant, pick the root system. I mean, after I pick the beautiful flower that I think is unusual. I love this new pink. Hannah's in a pink tutu. I don't know why. I'm not really a pink girl, but anyway, it is it. So then I would pick the root system. After I pick the flower, I make sure the plants are healthy. All the jumpers been posted on everybody. You know, when they get their plants, everybody's posting the jumpers, how well they come in, and everybody's happy for each other. You know, we have a very good group of members. It's very friendly. If you're not friendly, see ya.
I'm not friendly.
You're not. Wink. Anyway, so that's how we pick the jumper. We always try to introduce. Norman do the show and tell. I do the show and tell and jumpers. So I will go through and spike them all later. And sometimes even these, I will find the pearlic ones, and the color are more intense than the normal ones. think Dorothy, you'll see they're pretty much light pink, but then I will pull out the dark ones. Peanut, if you don't know Peanut is just likes the flower for how pretty it is. He's not a grower like we are, you know. I mean, he's just a generic people that enjoy the beauty. But we have this group is people that likes the parentage, the newest stuff. The scent doesn't have to be big, as long as it's small. It has to be fragrant. So we have different growers here. So Norman's Orchid, we cover all sorts of them. Like, see, you guys won't get this. You want to see something big and fancy.
I like that lady slipper right
You like?
there.
Oh, okay, good. I know you like that lady slipper. We should get you the Vanda. Smell this.
Oh
Smell
my
this.
God, that's gorgeous.
I think that's what the smell. I can smell it.
Oh,
Right?
oh, that is.
You want to smell it?
That.
Dude, $5.
See how you are?
I know.
That's why I love you so much.
I know, Peanut. That's how I handle you.
That's
Doesn't that
nice.
smell nice?
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's nice.
Oh, that.
So then I will go through and spike it. And again, today I'm being very generous. I'm pulling everything with 2 plants. So it's double whammy. Dorothy, this one's fragrant.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
This is gorgeous fragrant. Or maybe go to Jumper for Jamie. Jamie's having a bad day. So see? There's 3 spikes on this. It smells great, right? So that's how the process, the whole jumper comes up. Look at this one.
Oh,
Right.
no, you're killing me.
I'm killing you, I know.
That's pretty.
But you can get it before the jumper, and then I have one list to post.
Right.
And then this one Norman pulled out. We didn't spike this early enough, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous red, and it's so fragrant.
Oh.
I'm going to shine this one. I don't know if this red will shine. Red is very hard to photograph.
Yeah, that is a beautiful
And
color.
the
though.
substance is amazing,
Yes.
and it's really thick. Plant itself, again,
Oh, wow.
the root, we call that, we can't say it anymore. Like Facebook catches you when you say root P. Peanut's like, what? It's a weird orchid people. That's how we describe the root system. Look at that. See, that's is how the jumpers has to be picked. Has to be healthy. Do we have any questions? Or are they all afraid of me now that I'm being bitchy today? Huh? Don't know? So I'm just gonna spike a few, I guess. Well, Norma's at lunch, right? Remember, when we spike things, we have to have an anchor on the bottom. Otherwise, your plant's gonna flop. With Phil Fanatic, we're gonna have, I think, some kind of class, right?
Yeah, November.
So I wanted to do a workshop. Get the tag out of your way. I know, you've probably seen me spike a zillion times. But today I was just really didn't know what I wanted to do, if I was even going to come on today. Okay, you do this. Got the right tool. Everything gets cut perfectly. And then Peanut, this gets laid down at FedEx and it gets shipped to whoever buy this. And 2 days. I was doing 1 day. I was eating the freight on 1 day shipping, but you know, it's good. It's not hot. We could do that. See that pretty? The trick is to not to see the bamboo. I love not having to see the abstraction of the beauty. I like to do wire, if it permits. So every plant, every jumper, go through my hand, either be clean, spiked, named, inspection, smell test, photograph, pre-schedule. I pre-schedule for the post to go on a certain time. It's starting at 10, and every plant.
Oh no!
Every plant. Every plant goes in every 5-minute interval. So. And whoever writes sold, that's going to be the purchaser. And after the jumper's over, I will PM you because most people buy more than one.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I miss one because I'll be PMing a lot of people at the same time. You know, I love it because when I do jumpers, people PM me, talk to me about flowers, and tell me what they have for lunch, and and then still goes, "Hey sis, how did I miss it? Oh, I went to get lunch." I'm like, "Who has time for lunch?" And he's showing me what you eat for lunch.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, then sometime I miss it, and they'll be like, "Oh, I bought 2," and I go, "Oh, I have 1 for you." And that's a good time to check. So, I think it's good to spike things when they're not in flower for you. At home, it's easier. I mean, I should have done that, took that flower off, but it is what it is. Right? See?
Oh, yeah.
It just helps it.
I like that thin one.
You like the thin wire? I mean, this is 30 years of experience, okay? This is not as easy as it looks.
So you saying my skills no good? My hands are beat up.
I have carpal tunnel, so sometimes it really bugs me too. Oh, this one is amazing. Here, smell test. You guys can smell it while you guys are here. Tell me that doesn't smell wonderful.
Oh
Pass it to Peanut. Peanut, I don't think you ever smell orchids, huh?
Yeah, I brought a couple here.
You got a couple
Yeah.
last time? Smell that.
Oh, isn't that?
Yeah.
You have to smell it twice. It's so good.
Nah, I don't know.
You smell it
Obnoxious.
too. You smell it 2 or 3 times. I gotta go back here and spray the perfume again.
Well, yeah, I do it again.
You are so bad.
You know what I did?
What?
We when I was a kid, like when I was ever that young, we do it's pretty sad with how we started. You know, now it looks glorious. We have so good following, but when we were young, when we were nobody, starting as teenagers, not only did we have to go through racism, but we had to do the mall shows. Every show, because nobody knew who we were back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's all the mall shows.
Yeah. I used to go to them.
The
Yep.
hotels.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one in LA.
that one in LA, the New Otani
The New
was,
Otani, I
yes,
used to
yeah,
go
we
to.
did all that, and we did the malls. It was so sad because the mall shows are long. They're like 10 o'clock till 9 o'clock. I remember the days that, Eric works and I'd be down there in the sleeping bag under the table sleeping. Yeah, we started that way, Yeah, Hannah, don't worry. Somebody's in the back. Somebody's in the back greenhouse, so she's just telling me somebody's there.
Okay.
Hannah's like,
I remember when you first got her.
oh my gosh, she's like, she is the princess now.
Yeah.
Yesterday she on a dress as mini boss.
Yeah, well, she's princess in pink. Huh?
Yeah, I hate pink, but oh well.
Yeah, I remember when you just got her.
Yeah, so this is what we do. Spike everything. Mr. Fang, I'm almost done. Unless they want me to spike everything for them. But yeah, I just couldn't believe some of the stuff I grabbed today. How cute
Oh,
is
that
this?
is gorgeous.
This is really cute. But I think this one being so fragrant.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So you guys are getting a sneak peek of some of the, like Dorothy, you can see all that behind you is ready to go for Sunday.
Oh, these are all.
Yeah, a lot of it's already sold.
Wow.
Yeah, those are all the jumpers are already pre-scheduled. So
Oh,
I'll just
wow.
schedule another 20 today, then I'm ready to go on Sunday. And then my schedule now are come on podcast. We spend literally the whole day here. Sunday now I stay at home doing the podcast. So
the jumpers.
sorry, doing the jumper. You're right, Roger. Sorry, doing the jumper. And Tuesday I'm here taking care of the jumper. Whatever was ordered on Sunday, Tuesday, Monday. I tried Monday. They all nearly killed me because Monday the website's super busy as it is. They don't need me out here trying to.
Oh, because of everything
Everybody
ordered.
was
Yeah.
ordering on the weekend, so
Yeah.
they're busy on Monday. I used to come on Monday to ship up my jumpers. They kind of just give me that look. And I go, I got it. I'll be here on Tuesday. So Tuesday works out great.
Where's Norman?
Hey guys, you're here to bug me, huh? We got podcast people here.
Here's Norman.
Norman, are you ready? Do we have any questions?
No, one comment was we need a smell vision.
Oh.
So you can smell it.
We got 2 assistants, lovely assistants today. We got Dorothy and we got Peanut Head. So, you know, we got a male and a female.
Yeah.
All right, Norman, you're ready.
Here comes your uncle.
This is Norman.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
How cool. You've never met Norman?
No.
Bless you.
I know.
Aren't you lucky?
You know, I think he approves some of my sales.
He approves your set. Why are you barking on Norman?
That's Norman. You know your uncle.
It's a Chihuahua come out.
Oh, that hurts. Norman goes, what happened to your
Fluffy.
fancy, fluffy dog? All right, I'm going to help Eric.
I was talking to Jamie, you know, how they miniaturize the breeding. And just the orchid breeding, sometimes maybe they breed it back to Chihuahua and back and forth. And she does have Chihuahua personality. What happened?
Oh no!
That's terrible.
It's the dress.
Oh, it's nice. It's a compliment, Chihuahua.
Okay, Chihuahua.
Look, and then the face.
Okay. Hi, everybody. How are we doing? I'm sorry, this is still hot here.
Oh yes.
And, you know, people never see here.
I love it.
So it's comfortable, and when I wear this today, and Jamie said, which jail do I get out? It's Linton, it's comfortable. I'm not in a fashion show.
No, I said, Norman, did you forget to take off your PJ?
Oh, we're biting that.
Okay,
What do you do?
You're being a little mustache.
for those new member, my name is Norman Fang, and I started the nursery Norman's Orchid back in 1986. And this is the 26th episode. Wow.
Wow.
It started with March when the nursery was shut down because of the government. So we were bored to tears because nobody cared. And so that's how we had the podcast. Then we started, the whole thing just kind of evolved because what customer want and viewer want. So today I'm going to give you an overview of what's, even though we in West Coast, we're still kind of summer. But we have a lot of customers in the East Coast. And we have customers go on the lake in Florida. So I'm gonna go for overview, and maybe if people like, maybe next week or in the next couple of weeks, we can for the fall and winter we can focus on one genus, maybe on Phalaenopsis, and one on Cattleya or Dendrobium. You guys let me know. You know, I'm here to help you guys. Okay. Remember last week I had mentioned that we have an area that we actually when we do the stress test for we actually go a lot of orchid outdoor, and perfect example is this one here, Adenoglossum bitonensis. Okay, now, and this is part of that stress test for Mega Thrive, and those of you new that don't know what Mega Thrive is a miracle. Okay. Now, Adenoglossum bitonensis is the type of orchid that thrive on San Francisco area. If you go outdoor, now picture this. About a week ago, we had the record high in Los Angeles. We have 108 or 110 degrees, and I was getting ready for the plant for today, and I found this one in flower. Okay, many of you know what Adenoglossum bitonensis is. You will actually burn. Well, actually, the flower, the leaf is not as pretty, but we can clean it up. But even to get in flower so early in the middle of the summer, it's incredible. But I credit to all the Mega Thrive. The Mega Thrive for if you're in Florida or any area that have a lot of heat stress, okay, it helps the plant to be more tolerant of heat stress. Even the genetically Adenoglossum will not even survive in 108 degrees. Okay, so a lot of people start to that if you're in New York, and a lot of customers in New York love to put orchid outdoor. It's great because your area is It's moist and wonderful. So you are starting to put it back in the greenhouse now because the weather is cooler. So this is the stage. Okay, for lots of you in Florida, that's okay. Even though you don't put it inside the house, but you still, this is the time in the fall season, and your temperature start cooling off. Night temperature start cooling off. So this is the time to check on all your orchid if you have any orchid outdoor. So I will give you, this is an example. Since this one's in flower now, I'm going to take it in the greenhouse, okay, or even to my own house to enjoy. So the first thing you do is start inspect the plant, okay. So what I usually like to do is I have framed. You always frame your torch, and I did this earlier too. Usually I have a bucket of silver tool. So once you frame it, and you let it cool. Okay. So this is to prevent any fungus or especially virus infection. So before you take it inside, Roger, can you show this? You see all this yellow, the old leaf over the summer that accumulate over the summer. Okay. Right now is a good time to cut all of them off, and because they most likely going to hide inside. Okay, and especially a lot of time when you spray a lot of pesticide, they are systematic. They will not penetrate with a dried leaf. And you can also see the back ball. This is the old back ball. Okay, and you can actually trim them off if you don't want to. And one thing about growing them outdoor, because sometimes that you don't have as much control on watering. So this is actually the dryness is faster from to getting too dry. Okay, so essentially we're gonna take it inside. I will just trim this off. But the way I like to trim the Obsidian leaf, Brian, you're gonna take a look. I like it naturally. I will fold this one, and I cut it in a 45-degree angle. So it doesn't look like. So it still looks like a leaf naturally, versus trying to cut it like here. Okay, so you always go with, I like to bend this up. Here's another one, tip run. Okay, fold it, 45 degree. So it still looks very ornamental. Okay. Huh? What'd you say? Huh? It's okay. It's over.
Where's the big one?
Huh?
The big one.
No. I'm in the middle of podcast, Jerry. I can't help you, Jerry. They don't have the big one. That's it.
Thank you.
You can order online. Okay, so because this is going to my house for decoration, so I'm gonna do a lot of cleaning. Okay, and a lot of time you might see the spotting. Roger, can you do a focus on spotting here? Okay. The spotting, a lot of people, the spotting is natural response to the heat stress, especially for Odontoglossum. Okay, they're not the Odontoglossum ring spot or anything. Yeah. Okay. A lot of the time, the spotting, just like we have freckle when we get too much sun. Okay, so I have a lot of customers always that when they, even if there's one spot on the lead in transit, in shipping, they go crazy. No, it's not okay because first of all, my company, we don't, for those that are new, we don't spray fungicide here for the last 20 years. So we try to use a lot of preventative program. We had to spray pesticide, okay, I will show you. And sometimes pesticide will get damaged too. So we try to encourage plants' own immune system, okay. So in fact, just remember, I always stress this. When you go to jungle, who spray pesticide and fungicide, especially fungicide in the orchid in the wild? They never had the prettiest leaf, but they always very tough. Perfect example is this. We all thought that there's always exception in rule. We all thought there's no way that Odontoglossum pitoniensis will thrive and flower under 108 degree heat in Southern California, and we have whole week of heat. You know,
Yes, we did.
we did,
Yeah.
and we still have today. We still have 100 degree. Okay, but the plant was dry. You know, you got to give your own plant a chance. Okay, so we do this, started putting out in the March. So I did not put it right last week. That's gonna give it a shock. So if you want to train your orchid to be outdoor, for example, start earlier. Okay, and for those in Florida, for example, right now, you're gonna see a lot of spiking coming out on your orchid, Vandas, Cattleya, Fall Cattleya. Start to do what we call the fall cleaning. Okay, start looking under the clean up all the dead leaf. Okay, and then any of the old leaf that is not necessary, the suitable is fine. You know, just keep the suitable, don't break it, and start do what we do the house cleaning. And here's another example of this is one of the analysis that I should go outdoor.
No.
Yes, 100.
No.
Yes,
I didn't know it goes out.
but look at versus the leaf in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Yeah. What's the
Okay. Huh? This is my deaf ear, so I can tell you area. This is going to go outdoor in a shady area. I'll show you.
Wow.
But the leaf is going to be yellowish.
Right.
That's okay, but it make the top plant. Look at how strong the stem. So this is the time when it's still 70 degrees at night. Okay, so for a lot of orchid, for a lot of if you go live in Pacific Northwest, and if you have orchid in the house that doesn't want to flower, okay, put it outdoor. You can leave it outdoor, mark it as long as they don't go below 55 degrees, and mark your calendar, let it out for 2 weeks. Okay, let the temperature drop at night. Phalaenopsis to flower, it need at least day and night temperature difference of 15 degrees. So usually when I talk about customer, you know, a lot of time could be the fertilizer they feed. Okay, they've been feeding 30, 10, 10 whatsoever. Not all the fertilizers are good for orchid. Actually, a lot of fertilizers are put up by chemists who don't even grow orchid or grow any plant. Anyway, so this is the perfect example. Let's say I would leave, personally, I will still leave this outdoor until November. Because in Southern California, our temperature don't really drop until November. I will leave it there out there, but look at this. This actually start putting a new growth right now. Okay, so put in the shade. The difference is they might not outdoor or phalaenopsis versus the greenhouse or under light. It might not have a darker leaf, but it's going to be very strong. Bottom leaf might be turned yellowish. That's okay because they put in a new leaf. Okay, don't let the yellow leaf strong bother you, because especially when they're outdoor, they are more subject to all kind of crazy yo-yo temperature swing. So I usually don't like to cut off the old leaf, because what happens is when they go, just a tree drop off in the middle of the fall, they are actually going to send out nutrient back to the mother plant, okay, to support. And all this will give you, this one will give you this 2 spikes coming up, okay. So I was you just inspect them and see, this is the old spike. You should have cut off before. Oops. And then trim off any excess dry leaf. Actually, dry root. Any of the root is yellow. It's not even live. I would just cut it. I would just trim them out. Do a nice house cleaning, so you can get close and personal with your orchid.
But Norman, you would leave those leaves on until they naturally fall off?
Yes, I would. For me, especially if they don't have any disease.
Okay.
You know, and that's why it's a difference between you grow orchid for your collection versus when I had to grow orchid for business. Obviously I cannot send orchid like this
Right.
to a client, but this is part of the what I call the experiment, part of the mega dry stress experiment. And yes, it survived all the summer we have.
Oh my gosh.
And look at it, the root is still strong, okay, and the leaf is not dropping, it's healthy. Yes, sir.
Would you shade the root?
Yes, they are quite shady right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but this bottom two leaf here is going to go turn yellow, because they experience a lot of heat and stress.
Yes.
So these two are eventually going to go first, but as long as we got a new leaf coming up. Yeah, you notice that the new leaf is tough as nail. It's actually very strong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass this to you so you can feel it. Okay. It's tough, right?
Wow,
Yeah,
it
leave it
is.
there.
And it's good. I never thought that Phalaenopsis could grow outside.
Oh yeah, you
I
can
didn't
go out
either.
in California. You can go Phalaenopsis. I'm inland. Okay, I'm 1 hour to Palm Springs. And there's always exception in rule. As long as you maintain, they like shady location, and we water them 3 times a week outdoor, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Really?
Whether they like it or not, we water them, so they can use it because it was so hot.
Yeah.
And then if I have time on Sunday, if I'm here, then I will miss them a lot. If not, they're on their own. Okay, so this is why if you have kids, just like people tend to have too much tender loving care to their children, and you spoil them. Well, orchids are tough. They can be tougher than you expected.
Yeah, really.
So another thing is, this is in a greenhouse. This is a variety. This is the variety. Even in the greenhouse, they will give you yellow leaf like this. That's part of the growth process. Okay. There are some variety that have this shape of the leaf, that kind of cup shape. This is another example earlier. It's actually tend to have water accumulate. So this is the one that you always want to make sure after you water it tilted. There are some variety do that, but this is another perfect example of the beautiful red. I'm going to showcase you later. Beautiful leaf, okay, but genetically they sort of have this cup shape that tend to collect water. So this is the type that when we finish water, we tell our staff to go through the bench, and they actually will flip the leaf, make sure that they don't collect there, and that's very important. Or a lot of time we just rely on we have fan. Lots of you go under light. Make sure you have a small fan, and most of you have 24 hours. Air movement is very, very important. Just in the jungle, they constantly have air, and air is like a massage for the leaf. Very nice, smooth, and keep the temperature. One of the things that when we go outdoor, we grow them in the breezeway. There's always a lot of air movement. They're not stiff. Okay, so if you go outdoor in Florida, for example, I know you can have a lot of rain, a lot of heat. Make sure, and a lot of people go under the gutter and under the shade cloth for their backyard, and the shade cloth for the swimming pool or backyard will cut down your air movement. So make sure you get a fan. Okay, any fan. You can put it on the timer, but I will usually just leave it on for 24 hours, and then just the nice get a good industrial, like get it from Ranger. They a good fan. Not the $25 for a household. They will not stand the moisture outside in Florida or even Los Angeles, too hot. But air movement is important, and so everything's okay. So this is actually, and there are some hybrid of novelty because it's been so hot. Okay, this is from one of the greenhouse. This actually has vanilla in the background. It's very fragrant, and because it's so hot at night, instead of giving you flower spike, it gives you a cakey. This is why some of the Jamie's jumper tomorrow will be have a lot of two print.
This
Yeah.
one.
Yes, a lot of banana violation. They might be spiking too late, but this is why the instead of flower, remember the Mega Dry say the temperature, you have male and female hormone. When the temperature is really hot, the flower spike will become vegetative stage. So in other way, this is actually good. You got bonus plant now. Don't separate them. You're gonna have two plants so that the plant itself grow. Don't divide them. And the plant at this size, good how healthy the root is. Okay, this is the stage that you want to make sure you don't. Make sure you feed my fertilizer, my orchid food, and market dry constantly because they can now they're eating for two. This plant here and this plant here. Eventually, this plant will keep growing up, but and this size of the plant will give you a flower spike pretty soon in about 2-3 weeks from here. So by next spring, you're gonna have two plants. This will be big enough for a mature plant, so you're gonna have 4 spikes out of 1 plant. So this is nice. So don't worry about if you in the summertime, especially for us here, you see keiki. Okay, instead of flower, you get a keiki plant. All right. How many of you have now never used Norman's orchid food?
I use it all the time. You sold it.
Yeah, this is actually formulated for myself. And then about 20-30 years ago, people started asking, what I use. I said, well, I formulated for myself. So I'm actually not in the business of selling fertilizer, but here we are. Okay. And this is some example of the outdoor one. Many of you go Calicidium, Momode. This is outdoor, okay? Outdoor orchid, obviously we don't spray as much. This is the time of the season. You start cut back on water, okay? Because look how wonderful the root system. This is outdoor, 105 degrees.
Wow.
Cynosphere and Calicidium love the heat, but they prefer to go in the mass if you go outdoor. Because otherwise you go in the bar, 110 degrees, you probably need the water every day. Okay. So anyway, so this is starting to, and being outdoor, they're more subject to see here. This is actually mildew, and they might attract some mite and drip. That's okay. What we do is we start separating them, and they're gonna drop off the leaf anyway. Okay, so then they're gonna end up with just suitable like this, and they will flower this coming spring. So this is if you have any cynosphere, they can be. This is the time of the year that really ugly. So but don't worry about it. They will be just start to separate them. Okay, so you don't got water them, and then separate them, let it dry, and let the leaf drop. Be naked, okay, and then by the time the temperature drop, in California, I usually put them in about November, December, before it get too cold.
Yeah.
Because they love to grow this outside, outdoor. They love the heat, and it's actually grow that we is in Florida. And wonderful subject for our indoor orchid too down the line. And so then, if you this is outdoor. But before I'm putting in some of this is the end of the stress test for the Mega Dry. But before I'm going to put them in, see, being outdoor, this outdoor is so dry, so you always want to check with any of the possible insect. But this one here, before I put it in the greenhouse, I'm going to pinch the flower because you got some damage, drip. Okay, so I don't even want to give it to you because there's some. In Florida, you know this flower strip damage. Okay, just throw them away, clean it, and before you take everything inside, Mega Dry. Okay, very essential. Spray Mega Dry and drench with Mega Dry at least a couple of weeks before you take it in. Go through 2 drench of Mega Dry. You know, we do it every other week, or we do it usually once a month. But you should do it every 2 weeks before you put all your orchid in the house. If you've done it already, you have forgot to do it mega dry. Make sure you do a good drench. That will disinfect the leaf and the potting media. Okay. And I'm very proud of it. This is Crystal. Remember this one you have? This is grow and flower outdoor.
Wow.
And this is half Cassinia. And I'll credit to Mega Dry because of heat. And being outdoor, the leaf is tough as nail.
That is so cute.
Yeah, I would never. When I put this about 100 of this outdoor, and I leave 100 of this in the greenhouse, just for trial. And I was expected I'm gonna lose at least 25%. No, I only lose 2%. But being not too dry, but the rest of it,
Look at it. Wow.
the root is. Look at the root coming out. Okay, this has been out here since March and been through our hot weather. Okay, you want to take a look?
Wow.
Okay, tell me about what's your impression of the leaf?
Oh my God. They're so sturdy.
Sturdy, right?
Strong. Oh, look at the flowers are just beautiful.
When the leaves are that sturdy,
Look at the roots.
they are more pest and disease resistant.
Yeah.
It's too hard for the pest or the fungi to penetrate the leaf. Okay.
I have this one. That's a little different. Yeah, I have this one. It's a little different.
Okay,
This has a little small fragrance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what I call. If you're looking for some what I call wearable orchid, on our website there's a little box for searchable. Just type in wearable orchid. So we're not anything wearable. So I'm gonna just wear this for the rest of the day.
How cute!
Yes, this is wearable orchid.
Yeah.
So when you go out shopping, you know this is what turn head.
Yeah.
Okay, so many of you have novelty phalaenopsis of banana. At the end of summer, okay, because banana tend to have a lot of honey. Okay, let's look at the honey here, and they're gonna accumulate a lot of the mildew. Then this is the time to clean them, and you can wipe up with alcohol, water, but I usually just like to I love Clorox wipe. It's a lot easier to clean it. Chloride wipe, look at this mildew. Chloride, I love chloride wipes. I always have it on hand because not only is easy to clean it off, but also disinfects the leaf. And all this is a accumulation of salt, and also from our water. We have very alkaline water, and our summer water is 8.5 pH and a lot of salt. So look at the difference. Just wipe it up. Yeah, Clorox is good. I like Clorox. Some people will use a baby wipe. I don't recommend baby wipe because they have a lot of stuff in there. But Clorox wax is a lot more economical.
So it's good
better for
the
orchid.
bleach.
They have bleach, and it kill just like we use it for wipe. We kill fungi and virus. You know, called by virus too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
and don't
we
forget
won't put it in
to
your bag.
wipe up the bottom.
I mean, because I would have never thought that. Because I do it when I go to
Yes,
stores, I like-
and look at and a lot of times the mildew at these flower stem too. Okay, so this is the time
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
to
really.
clean it.
You look like you waxed it.
We have thousands of plants, but we're trying to give them as much attention as possible. Usually trying to do this with the leaf, but fall is coming, winter is coming, so this is a good time to wash out all the mildew and all the honey.
Oh, I'm gonna go home and wash my plants.
Taught me something.
And a lot of times, because especially the banana novelty, they are sequential. They keep blooming. So a clean flower stem, and this is also a good time to see if any mini bud or any extra insect might be coming. But once you clean up this stem or mildew, you don't have the honey, then you don't have the mildew. Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Now, when I say the only chemical we spray here is pesticide, and this is the perfect example of. Did you see this? When we try to spray the pesticide as cool as possible, but when you have the heat outside is 105, 108, or 10, and inside can only keep about 95. And this is perfect example of what I call the pesticide damage. When the flower stalk is coming up, okay? When this. So this is what happened. This is caused by the pesticide when it's hot, okay? So that's okay when it's something like this. But you notice that the one after that is going to be normal. So at this point, you just cut them off. Just cut off this, because anything coming out of this section which has been damaged by the chemical pesticide because of heat is going to be all mute or disformed. Okay, so this is also going to reduce the apical dominant, and all this is going to flower naturally. So I'm going to put it here, so everybody can watch how they come up. I can already tell that the flower bud is going to be normal versus the flower bud is like deformed already, kind of triangle face. Okay, let's put it here. Oh, remember the big Norman Smith was here for many weeks, the 5 inches? Okay, it finally had his moment. Okay, so now this has been flowering since March or April. Okay, so what you do with a plant this size, I do not want to let them flower again. Technically, I can let them flower again for the secondary, but I'm gonna just cut off all the way to the end. Right here, I can let them flower the secondary, but it's too stressful because the plant is young. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut it all the way down. Okay, remember this is the one been here for how many weeks now, and the root is good, and it's perfect to go to repot. It's for Phalaenopsis. You can, especially the greenhouse or at home, you can repot. Fall is a good season to start to repot with your orchid, especially Phalaenopsis. Okay, because sometimes for your big plant, by repotting in the fall, like if you're in the northeast, it's still too hot here outdoor. Repotting is actually going to cause some stress, and stress will cause them to have flower spike, because sometimes the plant thought they are dying, so they're going to have put us flower spike to have flower, so they can have seed. So that's how the cycle goes. Okay, Roger, any question? Okay, we did okay. I'm just going to give you an example. Okay, Brian, can you give me another Shuriana? Yeah, a nice tall branching one. Okay, this is the Shuriana, and then I show you before. Roger, can you show, if you can show the tip of the spike here and here? Okay, you notice that only have 4 or 5 flower. Okay, that's because it was spiking in the middle of the hot summer. Okay, but as the weather is cooling off now, okay, for us here, we can, now we can keep the temperature below 85 or 80. You notice that they start to have more new spike coming up. Okay, so if you get the flower spike, don't have flower count, that's because of heat. And same thing happened here too. Okay, so here's another one. This is the original one. So in order to get more flower, and for this one, for example, I will just pinch off the original tips and to reduce the apical dominant. Once I pinch this off, this too will take off. Okay, because now we're getting shorter, cooler temperature. You notice the day length getting shorter. Okay, so, well, our sunset used to be 8 o'clock. Now it's what, 6 o'clock, 7
Yeah.
o'clock. So it's getting shorter. It's so perfect for phalaenopsis. Once you pinch them, but this one, for example, I would just leave it alone because I noticed it's developing, keep going. And this is the Phalaenopsis shuriana. It's wonderful, even it's beautiful flower. And this is one of the trial during the summertime. This one have all the normal socket full, the same area, but the difference is this one does not have mega dry on it. Okay, now I'm going to show you something fabulous. This is the one with same bench, same seating. This is the one with mega dry.
No.
Mega dry will encourage, this is the website, mega dry will encourage the production of the female hormone, the cytokinins. Okay, this is why mega dry work. Okay, because when the weather is so warm, okay, you're gonna have more oxygen for the leaf. Okay. I think there's a session on Mega Dry YouTube channel. Mega Dry in all the plants that we have male and female hormone. Plant have male and female hormone. In the summertime, when hot and long day, they're gonna have more oxygen, which is male. And this is why the other one we have that kiki coming out. So this is an example of they have a lot of oxygen, a lot of male hormone, but not enough females. That's why the flower count is low. But this is with Mega Dry. Mega Dry will encourage their more production of more balance versus, so this is the make a difference. So I'm just trying to prove that the difference, because luckily we have about 100 of this. In anytime you want to do a research, you need at least 100 plants to get a data. But the wonderful. Okay, so this is why I say people say, oh, do Mega Dry every 2 weeks according to your ratio, whether in flower or not in flower, because you never know what plant you will encourage the plant their own need for that particular stage of development or their growing. Okay. How are we doing? Good. So this is a good overview, and if people like, we can do more detail. This is grow outdoor. The leaf right is pretty.
That's gorgeous.
I'm gonna give Jamie for her podcast. This is one of the seeding, wonderful fall blooming seeding. Again, we grow a lot. I grow a lot of orchid in the moss, and one of the things about the moss is you don't have to be a big pot and outdoor. The moss culture, especially the West Coast, it's gonna keep the plant more. The moss itself, it's gonna keep the root area at least 10 to 15 degrees cooler, and that's why if you grow orchid outdoor. In the heat area, a lot of customers in Florida grow in the moss too. It's going to keep the moss root area cooler. Okay, and here's another example of the outdoor orchid. Ooh, look at this mess. Okay, now this is a perfect example. The shade got repotted last year. Here inspection here, trash. Now this is the perfect example, but I'm not going to repot them yet. What I'm going to do with this one is, for example, is see the moss is not decayed. So the best way is I would not let the flower even open, because I'm going to let the flower just cut them off. And you can use it for cut flower. A flower is very good for corsages. You can have this one.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not going to repot this one yet. I'm going to put it outside, spray it with Mega Dry, and I'm going to wait until the new shoot coming up about 4 inches. Then I can repot it. Okay. So this is the perfect example. Is all the moss, all the root is all bad. So I would just cut them off. Okay. And sometimes Make sure you got a label attached to it, and make sure you clean up all the suitable. So this is a good time to inspect. Okay, there's no scale. Perfect. And then I can put it either in my greenhouse, or you can put it indoor or outdoor in the shade. What I usually do, and this is an old habit, my mentor who taught me before when I was 12 years old in Taiwan, they have a tendency, when you bedroom like this, instead of letting it like this, they have a tendency to do it upside down. I don't know why.
Oh.
It's a habit. For some reason, maybe it's gravity. I have to do with gravity. You put it upside down, you can hang it somewhere in a shady area, and then wait until, because you don't want to pot them in right now, because the plant doesn't have a new shoot yet. So what you usually do is they just hang them up, and this is a perfect example. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more step. You see here, this is all. I'm gonna cut this off. Okay. I have good 3 growth division. I can make a division out of this one here. 1, 2, 3, right? You need to have minimum 3. Okay. This example is have a good new tip root now, but still haven't have a new shoot yet. So I'm gonna make a cut right here. Okay. Now you can actually hang both of them up, and this is what we call the backbone. Backbone have 50%, 50-50 will survive. And if you repot them in the pot right now, I can guarantee you more than 50% they will rot it. So the best way is to just hang them upside down. Okay, the gravity, I think maybe part of the reason is the expose the air to fresh air, and the gravity has to do with the hormone. Okay, so hang it up, hang it, and then spray Mega Dry. Every time you spray Mega Dry, you can mix the leaf and the root. Okay, and then when the front new growth have a breaking of the new shoot coming up, about 2-4 inches, that's where you can repot it. Okay, and this one here, just let it. It might take 6 months, but with Mega Dry, as long as you got a new shoot coming up, then you can repot it. Okay, but make sure you just do it upside down.
If that one had a new shoot, Norman, the one in your hand, would you repot it now?
Yeah, if this one have a new shoot already, because this one just finished flower.
Right.
Okay, I know I cut it because otherwise it's going to be another 3 weeks.
Right.
But now all the energy is going to from here. Let's say if this one have a new shoot already, I will go ahead and repot it into a bigger pot and maybe do some root pruning. Okay. But at the meantime, I'm going to just get the upside down here.
And you would repot that in moss?
You can grow it in the moss or bark, whatever is you're comfortable with.
Okay. I like bark.
Roger, how are we doing on time?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Huh? 10 minutes?
15, yeah. Oh, it's
Is that including the pop?
no,
show and tell?
Yeah. We go however long you want to go.
Oh, I'm thirsty. Okay. Oh, forgot this one. Okay. Now this is a perfect example. This one here have a chance. This we don't know. It can go either way. Okay. Remember the one with the same crown as the one with the baby earlier.
Right.
Okay. Now with a cool temperature, this one have a chance to become a flower spike versus the cakey. Because so what you do is, if you go on the light, okay, don't put it in the hottest spot or brightest spot. Put away from maybe to the corner of your spot or your light, getting shadier. Okay, all right, because a lot of the time the brighter the light will induce more male hormone, oxygen for leaf. So this might go into a caking shoot. So if you go under light or you go windowsill, this is the one you can actually help the they can either become a cakey or flower, but you can actually help them with the reduction of the light. Okay, so that's the trick for you in the fall. Okay, so the fall season is actually, I love aquarium.
Oh.
This is sorry to Sarah. Don't worry. This is the time. Actually, this is go outdoor
Oh.
in the patio. And if you like aquarium is massive. Okay, we have smaller one. I have a couple more of this big one, and that's it. Aquarium is the type of orchid, the Darwin's orchid that have fragrance at night. This is the time, and they usually flower in the start flowering in start spiking in December. So this is the time if you have any aquarium, even either Subsidiaria, this is the time to start check out the leaf. Okay. Make sure there's not do some you can do some cleaning the tips. Make sure all the weed is out because the way the leaf is very easy for sometimes to get snail to hide inside, and you don't want that when the spike is coming out and the snail is right there to snap it.
Yeah.
So this is the time I start. Make sure there's no trace of any insect, and I do that because this is going to be shipping out for Sarah. Okay, but we can show this together with that one. Okay, so I think I'm going to sum up with today's tips, but right now, basically, the feeding is very important. Keep up with your schedule of my normal orchid food, because the last time the plant, whether you are in Florida or West Coast, the day length is getting shorter, so the plant internally going to sense they're different. So all this feeding is going to get ready for the fall blooming Cattleya or fall blooming Phalaenopsis for the spike coming out. Okay, so make sure this is don't forget to feed it. Okay, but mark it on your calendar. Okay, so feed it and also start. Remember, once a month you always wash out what we call leaching. Do the double water. I do it here because I have water quality is not good. We water it first by hand, and we come back again in 15 minutes. We wash it again. We water again. So that way, the second water will help leach out any extra salt that the plant do not use. So you don't have the salt buildup. And this is also the way to keep the potting media more fresh. Instead of getting you usually can get one extra year out of your potting media. Okay, so if people like, we can do a more focus on one genus, so we can have more. It's kind of overview from all a broad spectrum, but we can do some on the focus on Phale, focus on Cattleya, or focus on Dendrobium. Dendrobium, the big one. There's Nobel Dendrobium and Evergreen, and Paphiopedilum frag. So if you like me to focus on one specific genus, let me know. Leave it in a comment, okay? And for those of you on the East Coast of New York, remember I say about once in the fall, because you have cool temperature now. Okay, make sure you can. This is the only time once a year you use the Epsom salt. Okay, because you do have a cooler. Yeah, sure. I think some of your area might go down to 50 or 40 at night. They are changing the temperature, so we're not going to use this one yet. You can start using. This is the only time you can really beneficial to supplement the Epsom salt. Okay, and just get any of the good quality Mid-America, the Epsom salt, the magnesium sulfate. There's a magnesium in there. It's really good. Magnesium, we cannot put it in a pocket fertilizer because they tend to cake out. So this is, you supplement it only once a year or twice a year. But right now, you do it magnesium sulfate, and I usually use about a tablespoon per gallon. You can as a drench. You can use it as a foliage application also. But you're going to get more flower spike, stronger leaf for all your orchid in the fall, getting into winter. Okay. And you're good. Are we ready for show and tell? Okay. Roger, Brian, what's the first one? Oh, how about give me 2 Cattleya? Oh, we got a flower.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. The mini cat. This is the green genie. Okay, I love mini. This is a moss. I have this variety for about 10-15 years. Green, and we clone ourselves. This one have AM already, but green genie is such a nice variety. They flower twice a year, and they stay small. And the flowers is very fragrant, and the flower lasts for weeks, or months. Okay, so this is MC 585, and these are in spike right now. So get it. Okay. Here's another green one. It's MC 1249. The reason I show this, oh my god, look at the size of plant. Okay. One thing about the being in summer, the Cattleya really love the heat. With bright heat, bright light, we had the best crop of Cattleya this year. This is the stage. Okay, they flower on every new shoot. Okay, so this will flower in California. This will be it might not make it for Christmas. It might make it for Christmas if you live in a warm area. But if you don't want, if you did not make it for Christmas, you can break it. To delay the season. But this is a good size. Okay. MC 1428 is Cyan J. It's really fragrance. Okay. And then next one. And give me that here's another good Nodosa hybrid. MC 1909 is Gemini Cricket. Okay, wow. Is primary hybrid of Nodosa and Tipiana. Okay, very nice, very nice. Can I have an orange flower, Cattleya? Okay. I love Nodosa hybrid. Look out what a handsome plant. Yeah.
Oh, the Cattleya.
The one for Jamie.
Oh, there it is right there.
Okay, I have a few. Okay, I have a few hybrid of this one here. Uh-oh. If you like orange, this is the one. This This number NF2384. This is the Tosho Orchid hybrid. Amazing orange, almost the papaya. Okay, so get this one. Okay, we have 2 miniature. Another wonderful for outdoor is the Dendrobium Aggregatum hybrid with Genki eye. Now this is the miniature, micro mini, and it go outdoor. They're very hardy, by the way. But this is booming size, and this will give you, look at how many can. One for mounted or for basket, and this is the flower, and this is actually wearable orchid too. Okay. If you like fragrant orchid, Angraectum gigantea, Renanthra gigantea. This all will flower for, they usually flower for starting to flower for Christmas to Valentine's Day, and its fragrance is to die for, very sweet fragrance. And this I have a red form 1792 NF, and the pure alba form 1822. And there's a photo of today's teaser, that cartoon one. Okay, that I don't only have the seeding size, but almost sold out of the seedings and the cartoon, so get it. But if you want something that can flower this year, you have the red and white form, and we grow this in the park, and the one for the roof. Okay, so these are ready to start spiking pretty soon. And another wonderful species, Cissus, okay, NF2269. These are spring bloomer, but I'm going to show you how wonderful This is a good stage to get them now in right now, especially if you live in Florida or for under light, because this outdoor flower early spring and beautiful orange flower, and you can grow them easily with the cattleya, okay? And they can be outdoor until they are about 50 degrees, okay? And they would leaf or drop. I'll show you this. Just released this one. This is Phalaenopsis sanderiana. Now, sanderiana is a beautiful pink species from the Philippines, and sanderiana is a species native to Philippines, and is a grandparent of all the pink and lavender we have today. And I really like this. Is seeding. Wonderful the leaf. Look at the bottom leaf. And another characteristic for this species is a beautiful white lip. Okay, very different than Shuriana. Okay. Right. If you like I don't have a flower yet, but this is a good stage to get them in. 2308. One of the nice harlequin orange flower. Good stage to have. And this is on and on. I showed this a couple months ago. This is Banana by Pochurima, and they just keep blooming. One of the best polaric, and stay small. And also have the fragrance from Banana. Okay, so this is Banana by Phalaenopsis Pochurima. Perfect for under light. Okay. Right. Oh. And if you don't have this one here yet, we got another batch coming up. Jamie Anacoca. Alright. Sequential flower is very fragrant. This is from this this year. This is from last year, and then the one for next year. Okay, 3 spike. Beautiful fragrance, and the warmer the temperature, the less spotting. But the winter is coming up. It's going to be the spotting will be more contrasting. Okay, look how healthy the plant. Okay, it's a wonderful novelty hat to have. I think this is the one that Jamie showed earlier. I think this is amazing. This is 80s red wine, or the ruby. Now, a lot of the red that we've seen before are tend to be short. 80s red wine have a lot of little banana background. So this is for some people. If you have a lot of the red that kind of short because of a banana, if you're looking for something really tall and arching for your display, society judging, this is the one. Look how nice and tall. Okay, so this is very unusual. And this had never been, it's a low quality. They've never been shown here before, but this is definitely the keeper. Very outstanding. Okay, I did a segment on Stewardariana again. Okay, so now our summer inventory, we are going to release some of the smaller size, actually blooming size. So this is a size only $35. Get this size so you can have start. They will bust or be start spiking in about a couple of weeks for you, but we still have the blooming size and the premium size. So Stewardariana is wonderful. Look how the nice market. Look at the leaf. Okay, so we just released, make this available today. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is the crestwood. Okay, and we almost sold out of this one. This is the one that on my teaser picture that with a lot of starflower. Okay, this is Angleton Crestwood, and this is the number. I have a few of this. This is blooming size, by the way, and maybe about 4 more of this giant size, and we will ship this side. If you want something that to brag about, this one sold to Sarah already. I think I have 3 more of this size, but maybe about 10 or 15 more of the blooming size. It's ingredient crispet. It's got gold medal. It's called the best ingredient right now. And ingredient is very user friendly. They grow like Phalaenopsis and Cattleya in between. And we can grow it easily outdoor in the shade here. Alright? And it got a weed for the okay. Alright. The last one, but not this one. Okay. This variety is my favorite. It's from Mr. Ox, my friend who I know for 30 years. He passed away, but this is one of his signature pieces. This is actually have harlequin in the background. Remember I talked about the Gigantea? This is Gigantea, and this is actually harlequin. So that's why they had the velvet. And this is the stage we have right now. We will ship it right this stage, and this will you can have this for your Christmas holiday, Thanksgiving, okay? And this is the one that also has a beautiful leaf, okay. And the flower lasts for months and months. And I think in 2000, about 4 years ago, it took the best Phalaenopsis of the Taiwan International Orchid Show. So this is the stage. We will ship it in bulk. Stage like this, so you can have instant gratification. Okay, so this is it for today, and one more coming, last one.
Let me see that one.
Another purple gem, and yes, purple gem, fantastic prolific, and this is one of my new release. It's darling. You have 50% Pochorima and 50% Equestrius. So just really cute. Perfect for underlight. Alright. So thank you for staying with us today, and I will see you next week. And so let me know which one you want me to focus genus on for the winter and fall culture. Alright. I'll see you next week.